Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the KV-2, the strong tank, the Tier 6 Soviet Heavy with a 152mm howitzer as its main armament. This one is located on the north spawn of El Halluf encounter, and it's under the command of Beaver 524. Well, this is part of our coronavirus special, and well, some people have actually contacted us and said, oh, we're just not very happy that you're doing this coronavirus special. And I thought that most people like to see videos showing KV-2s derping other tanks out of existence with one shot. So that's why I put this on, and Sir Rusty very kindly made this skin with coronavirus quarantine, stay home, stay safe on the back, and of course the biohazard symbol. If you're not actually interested in these videos, I will leave a poll so you can actually state somewhere in the top right hand corner, it will say so. You can actually say if you are in favour of these videos or if you're not. But I think some of the people who actually did take part in these battles probably would like to see their replay. If you're not interested in this sort of replay at all, well, I can make something else. If you'd like me to make something else, you can also indicate that in the poll. And well, you can always leave a suggestion in the comments below the video. Well, Beaver's making his way to the northwest corner, and this is an encounter battle which is different on El Halluf, because of course, although the battle for the heavy tanks takes part in this corner of the map, of course, you've got to remember the cap area is very close by. So sometimes the battle in this area can actually get quite fraught as you fight for control of the ability to take out the enemy tanks that are actually capping. First enemy, it's a Panther, takes a round for 398. Now these HE rounds will do 910 alpha, penetrating 86mm of armour. And they've even got a burst radius, so if you can actually land the shell underneath an enemy tank, you can actually do damage to them that way. He's also carrying 8 rounds of premium A armor piercing, and they will do 700 alpha, but they'll get through 136mm of armor, which means they're quite deadly. And that poor Leo's taken a hell of a beating from the enemy, and it looks like Beaver is going to go around this side and see if he can damage a few enemy using that ridgeline. Oh, and he's just been assaulted by a Type 64. Oh, and that was so close. But the Type 64 killed the Leo. Yeah, can he get a shot on this Type 64 again? It's a long reload, 21 seconds. But I think the Type has bitten off more than he can chew. And that's the end of his game. Now, he did get 2 chunks out of Beaver, and he set fire to him as well. And Beaver's now down to just, well, 50% of his health, 48% to be precise. But he's now in a prime position to do some damage to the enemy. There's an IS over there, and I think he's about to get derped. Say goodnight, Mr. IS. He's back in the garage. So that's second kill. Now, I did think about actually doing some videos, not just showing the KV-2, but maybe showing some FV4005 tank-on-tank action with the Hesh rounds. Or maybe some other tank which has got a reputation for killing enemy tanks with one shot, such as a Type 5 or Type 4 Heavy. They're always a laugh. Oh! SU-100M1 takes one right through the side of his casemate, or casemate, and that's the end of him. Now, who's next? I wouldn't want to be in that KV-3 or in the VK3601Hs around that corner, because they're not going to last very long if they get hit by this gun. But there is an enemy behind us, T29, just around that corner. And I think he's about to get a new posterior. Well, that one didn't hit the target. And the KV-3 might have taken the opportunity to actually come around the corner, but he didn't do it fully. And the T-29 is just ignoring us because we didn't actually hit him. Now, will he turn his turret towards us? He looks like he's turning it this way, but too late. Should have done it sooner. That's 4 kills now. 2 more, he's got a Top Gun. You'd be surprised at the number of KV-2 replays that actually make it onto the replay sites and also have either Jingles or Quickie Baby's name in the title. Yeah, a lot of them actually want to get featured by Jingles or Quickie Baby, but unfortunately, even though they're great at content providing, they can't do KV-2 replays all the time. I know Jingles likes to do as many as he can because they're a bit of a laugh, but he needs to put a bit of variety in there, and he doesn't do that many replays compared to what Arty Noobs. We can do far more than he can, and although we're not as great as him, it means that other people get a chance. And he set fire to that KV-3. That's his Top Gun. So what next? He's already potentially got a high caliber. There's still 5 enemies out there, and there's 6 on our team. Well, the M44 is going over to the other side of the valley, so we might as well help him by going this way. Now, Sir Rusty does actually create some fantastic skins. This is just one of his creations, and Jazz, his daughter, is also incredibly talented, and they produce some beautiful artwork. So if you've got a tank that you want to get a special skin for, you can contact them on Facebook. In fact, there's a link in the description to this video. Shows how you can get in contact with them, and if you want a special tank with your name on it, or with a particular set of markings, your football team or something like that, then they'll try and do it for you. They're really great people. And do remember, they're in New Zealand, Kiwi land, yeah, and oh, he's found some more. So it might take them a little while to respond. And that's the Hummel. So 7 kills. 1 more, he gets a Radley's. Oh, and he's found one of the enemies. It's a Hellcat. And he's not loaded, so he's having to pull back as quickly as he can, but the KV-2 doesn't reverse very fast because it's based on the KV-1. In fact, it's very, very heavy. It's about 10 tons heavier than the KV-1, which is one of the reasons why the gearbox on these tanks used to struggle, because it was trying to put through enormous amounts of power to keep these things moving. In fact, the KV-2s did tend to break down because of the equipment. Oh, and we just lost our box tank. The Hellcat got him. It's still possible for Beaver to get a Pools medal if he can kill all the others, but he's got so low on hit points now, only 77. It'd be very difficult, and he's got his fuel tanks hold as well as his radios out. Ideally, he needs to fix that fuel tank, because Soviet tanks have a habit of bursting into flames when they've got a busted fuel tank. I would have been tempted to actually go around this Super Hellcat and, you know, back up, go back into the valley, and then turn around and come up the other side. We just lost the M44. The good news is that we still do have an Su-152. And there's the Super Hellcat. Oh, what a shot right over the top of the VK. And that is a Radley's. Oh, and why did the VK do that? There was no need to shoot him. He just saved your neck. He killed the enemy behind you. I don't think the VK realised that he was actually shooting at somebody who was about to put a hole in your ass. Well, Leon, when he sees this video, will realise that, yes, he owes this guy a beer. Beaver deserves a beer. And you see how it says, stay home, stay safe on the back of the tank. In fact, Sir Rusty actually managed to make the skin to this tank in only less than a day, I think it was. In fact, very quickly. He was thinking along the same lines I was at the time. Well, Wargaming gave us all a week of premium time so we could actually enjoy ourselves and stay safe at home. And there's the FV304. He's being highlighted by Beaver so that our Arty, our Hummel, can actually get a shot on him. But he just can't climb up that slope to get at him directly. Ideally, what he needs to do is break contact and come around him. The enemy's still got two tank destroyers, the Stewie Mill and the Excalibur. And we know that the Stewie Mill's taken a lot of damage. And I think the best way to come up would be near where that VK's come up, or just around the next rock, and then pop up behind him. Yes, U-152 is moving in position. He just ticked affirmative. That's kind of given the game away, but he's managed to get up the slope. That is pretty amazing. I didn't think you could get up there with a KV-2. But the FV304 has departed. He's no longer in sight. He's chosen a new hiding place. He is the fastest Arty in the game. Oh, there he is. He hasn't moved away, and the Stewie Mill's just around that corner. He's just firing on our ISU 152. There goes the box. Oh, the Bert's just been derped. And there goes the Stewie Mill. There's only one left. It's the Excalibur. Unfortunately, it also means now it's not possible for Beaver to get a Pools Medal. But I don't think he'll be too worried about that. We just need to find out where the Excalibur is. Of course, Beaver's very conscious of the fact that he's only got 77 hit points left. There's the Excalibur, just around the corner. Okay, time for some derping action. The Excalibur's on the move. There you are. Right into his rear. Stay home, stay safe, and derp coronavirus. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's an ace tanker for Beaver 524 in the KV-2. He got a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy vehicles. He got a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 24 in that one. He also picked up an Arsonist because he set light to the T-29 and he burned up. And he also got a Duelist for taking on 2 tanks or damaging 2 tanks, or killing 2 tanks that damaged him. And a Fire for Effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. He also picked up a Radley Walters Medal for getting 8 kills. He got 9, just 1 short of getting that Pulse Medal. A High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. Let's have a look at team scores. Easily the highest damage, 4,907 from that one. The next highest scorer was the Burt, the FV304, got 1,792. And after that, the Excalibur, 1,710. When it came to kills, yes, nobody can match him. 9 kills for Beaver, 3 kills for the FV304, and 2 kills for the VK36 and 1H on the enemy team. Everyone else only, I've got 1 kill or no kills at all. And when it came to base XP, that's a very high ace tanker. 2,137 is very high. 772 went to the M44 and 726 to the IS-2 shielded. He fired 13 rounds, got 10 direct hits, 5 penetrations and 5 splash. Damage of 4,907 hit points, all of it at close range. 8 hits received from the enemy. 6 were penetrations, 2 non-penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. block damage of 230 hit points in total, spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 9, and did 368 hit points of spotting assist, I think that was in that game. On a free-to-play account, he earned 51,780 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 36,565 credits. He received 2,137 XP, got times 5 on this occasion, so he took away 10,685 experience points altogether. So a pretty good game. It was tense towards the end because obviously Beaver had so little hit points left. He couldn't take too many risks, and I'm sure he did want the Pulse Medal, and he might have been able to get it if he'd had more health, but it was that Hellcat was holding him back really more than anything else, and so he couldn't go in there as he wanted to and deal the damage and claim his medal. But a Radley Walters is still incredibly good, and well done for getting 9 kills. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below the video. Tell me what you'd like to see me do for the Derp coronavirus specials. I could do either an FE4005 or a Type 4 or Type 5 game. Let me know. And thanks for watching.